Hi and welcome to Iron Radio. I'm Ken, and welcome to our description of all the fleets for the 2022 This Is Madness tournament. All the fleets have already been seeded. We used fire lanes as our method for getting them into 1st through 16th position. In the case of seeding, we decided to fire everything out of the front arc at long range, so all the ships of each fleet can hit the objective point. The total number of dice was then added. For tiebreakers, we went into medium and then close range to be able to differentiate where each fleet falls in the rankings. All right, let's just get to all the fleets. John and I will describe each one to you.
This list is brought to you from Camillus. It is a TF-1726 fleet coming in at 300 points even. He is sitting on a recusant light destroyer with ordnance experts, assault proton torpedoes, swivel mount batteries, and the Patriot Fist title. Next, we have two identical hard cell battle refits with B-2 rocket troopers as the upgrade. The final ship is a hard cell transport with comms net.
We have a Rebel fleet brought to you by Mike P. This fleet is coming in at 296 points. Leia Organa is the commander. She is on a modified Pelta-class assault ship with Ramus Antilles, projection experts, and shields to maximum. We have 3 Hammerhead Scout Corvettes, each one with slave turrets and the Task Force Antilles title. Rounding it all out is a Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette with external racks and Task Force Antilles.
This fleet, brought to you by IrishMadCat, is commanded by Tuuk. Tuuk is sitting on a munificent star frigate with medical teams, thermal shields, point defense ion cannons, linked turbo laser towers, and the Tide of Progress. The next ship is a recusant light destroyer with just the Patriot Fist. The last ship is a munificent star frigate with thermal shields, points defense ion cannons, and again linked turbo laser towers.
We have a Rebel fleet with Commander Sato coming in at 300 points. This is courtesy of Konrad. We have Commander Sato on an MC-80 battle cruiser with gunnery team, auxiliary shields team, leading shots, spinal armament, XX-9 turbo lasers, and the Mon Cairn title. There's a Nebulan B escort frigate with Ramus Antilles, auxiliary shields team, linked turbo laser towers, and the Salvation title. Rounding out the combat ships is a GR-75 medium transport with CommsNet. 2 squadrons, Shara Bay and Tico Chelchu.
This list is brought to you from Patrick. It is a Luminara Unduli list coming in at 298 points. She is sitting on a Venator 1 class Star Destroyer as her flagship with expert shield techs, local fire control, intensify firepower, the SFAT, DBY 827 heavy turbo lasers, and the Tranquility title. Next, there is a Pelta transport with clone navigational officer, projection experts, parts resupply, and reactive gunnery. Lastly, for ships, we have a Pelta transport frigate with Hondo Anaka, projection experts, munitions resupply, and reactive gunnery. For squadrons, we have 2 Aahz and Kickback.
Coming in at 300 points, we have an Imperial fleet brought to you by Rovechkin. Admiral Screed is the commander. He is on board an Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer with Director Krennic, gunnery team, point defense ion cannons, and the linked turbo laser towers. There's a Gladiator 1 with Emperor Palpatine, ordnance experts, auxiliary shields team, assault proton torpedoes, and the Demolisher title. For squadrons, we have Howl Runner and 4 generic TIE Fighter squadrons.
This list is brought to you by Grong. It is a General Grievous list, coming in at 298 points. General Grievous is sitting on his flagship, which is a Recusant support destroyer, with Flight Commander, Flight Controllers, Reserve Hangar Deck, Link Turbo Laser Towers, and Patriot's Fist. The second ship is a munificent comms frigate with Flight Commander, Reserved Hangar Deck, and Link Turbo Laser Towers. For fighters, we have DIS T-81 and flak prototypes, along with 4 additional tri-fighter squadrons.
Coming in at 298 points, Ice Scout brings us an Admiral Ozzel list. Ozzel is on board a Gladiator 1 Star Destroyer with Iden Versio, Ordnance Experts, and Assault Proton Torpedoes. There is a second Gladiator 1 class Star Destroyer, also with Ordnance Experts, Assault Proton Torpedoes, and the Demolisher title. Rounding out combat ships is an Architans class light cruiser with Captain Nita and Turbo Laser reroute circuits. For squadrons, we have Tel Travura and 3 Fire Spray 31 fighters.
This list is brought to you by Bertie. It is a General Tagge list. General Tagge is sitting on an Architens light cruiser with Expert Shield Tech, Reinforced Blast Doors, and Turbo Laser reroute circuits. The second ship is a Gladiator 1 with Admiral Ozzel, Ordnance Experts, External Racks, and the Demolisher title. We have an additional Architens light cruiser with Hondo Anaka, Reinforced Blast Doors, and Turbo Laser reroute circuits. The final ship is a Raider 1 with Iden Versio, the discardable Darth Vader, External Racks, and the Corvus title.
Coming in at 297 points, this fleet is brought to you by Rouge 09. It's a Plo Koon fleet. Plo Koon is on a Venator 2 class Star Destroyer with Flight Commander, Ruthless Strategists, Rapid Launch Bays, Thermal Shields, Ordnance Pods, XI-7 Turbo Lasers, and the Tranquility title. There's a Pelta class transport frigate with Clone Navigation Officer, Projection Experts, Parts Resupply, and Reactive Gunnery. For squadrons, Anakin Skywalker in his BTL-B Y-Wing leads up 4 ARC-170 Starfighter squadrons.
This list is brought to you by Matthew. It is a General Romodi list, coming in at 295 points. The General is sitting in an Architens Command Cruiser with Officer Darth Vader, Auxiliary Shield Teams, Electronic Countermeasures, and Linked Turbo Laser Towers. After that, we have 4 identical Architen light cruisers. Each of them have Skilled First Officers, Reactive Gunnery, and Linked Turbo Laser Towers.
Giraffasaur is bringing us a Rebel fleet at 300 points with General Dodonna. Dodonna is on board an assault frigate Mark II-B with reactive gunnery and linked turbo laser towers. There is an assault frigate Mark II-A with reactive gunnery, linked turbo laser towers, and the Paragon title. The first GR-75 medium transport flotilla has Bomber Command Center, and the second GR-75 medium transport includes munitions resupply. 4 squadrons in this fleet: Nora Wexley, Dutch Vander, and 2 generic Y-Wing squadrons.
This list is brought to you by Aahz. It is a Admiral Tarkin list, coming in at 300 points even. Admiral Tarkin is sitting on a Counselor Charger and has Nav Team and Link Turbo Laser towers. After that we have 4 identical Counselor armed cruisers with Nav Teams and external racks. Rounding out the list we have 2 squadrons, both of them being Delta 7 Athrospray Jedi Starfighters.
Krysta Agate is brought to you by Analog Line, a 296-point fleet, starting with an MC-75 armored cruiser with Walix Blissics, local fire control, flak guns, reactive gunnery, and DBY-827 heavy turbo lasers. There's a CR-90 Corvette A with turbo laser reroute circuits and the Jaina's Light title. A GR-75 medium transport flotilla with CommsNet, and 5 YT-2400 squadrons.
This list is brought to you by McSweat251. It is commanded by Admiral Constantine, coming in at 297 points. Constantine is on an interdictor suppression refit with auxiliary shield teams, disposable capacitors, G8 experimental projectors, targeting scramblers, SW7 ion batteries, and the interdictor title. The second ship is an interdictor suppression refit with auxiliary shield team, disposable capacitors, grav shift reroute, targeting scramblers, and SW7 ion batteries. For squadrons, we have Mornaki and a generic VT-49 Decimator.
Ghost in the Machine brings us a 292-point Admiral Piet list. Piet is on board an interdictor suppression refit with Minister Tua, auxiliary shields team, reserve hangar deck, grav shift reroute, G7X grav well projector, SW7 ion batteries, the interdictor title, and reactive gunnery. A Gazanti-class cruiser flotilla with parts resupply, reserve hangar deck, and the suppressor title. Final combat ship is another Gazanti-class cruiser flotilla with reserve hangar deck. Bunch of squadrons in this fleet. Starts out with Dengar on the Punishing One, Sienna Ree, Howl Runner, and 4 generic TIE Interceptor squadrons. Now that we've gotten through all of the fleets, we had about 30 different submissions. Huge thanks to everyone from YouTube, Patreon, and Discord that submitted fleets. We couldn't get all of them in, only 16 made it. We made a few very difficult decisions. First decision, we had to drop all the fleets that included more than 1 large. So there's a lot of dual Providence, dual Venator fleets. Those did not make it. However, we will be including a separate series that includes all of the fleets. We picked 8 more of them that are going to be completely run by Ed's Armada robot. All the links are down below. So check that out as that's released alongside our main Madness videos. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Join us on Discord where you can chat with me, John, and the rest of our Ion Radio community. And of course, if you are interested in getting a set of defense token trays or rulers with the Ion Radio logo, all of those are exclusive through Admiral Tater's Ship Shop, and all those links are down below. Till next time, I'm Ken, and this will be Madness.